Here we are. It is the end of this experiment that we've been going through together. Hopefully by now you will have seen a few videos that came out in this series as well. Before the final video, I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of the video and I will see you at the end for the review. Hello! It is December. December is here, the new year's upon us, the end of this challenge is upon us. I have not ended the challenge yet because it is but the 10th of December, so we've got an extra 21 days to go in the challenge. I'm not really sure where anything is going to happen, anything grand or grandiose is going to happen in this challenge, but some things have happened. I have just come back literally 2 days ago from a trip that we took with Elle. We were in France. I hadn't been there in quite a bit. I hadn't seen some of my friends and family in quite a bit, and I got the opportunity to see not all of them obviously, but a few of them. I am happy. I'm quite happy. And on top of that, I met for the very first time, believe it or not, with my best friend of almost 12 years. Now you're going to ask me, how did that happen? How come that your best friend, almost 12 years, and you haven't met her? It is only because we met on the internet. On the internet. How amazing is it being a zillennial? There were always circumstances that kept us from meeting, and this time we finally met, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier because it was everything I wished for and more. There was no awkwardness. There was no, strange feelings of not feeling adequate. I was so comfortable and she was so comfortable, and we laughed and we hugged and we, kissed and everything was so amazing. We cried. I'm telling you about all of this because this has, not just the meeting, but the entire trip has fundamentally made me realise the way I am and my position as a person in the daily activities of society. Sounds very serious. I basically realised from going out so much when I was there, I was always outside, but I realised that I am always at home. I'm constantly at home. And I try to think about why that is. I have become uncomfortable with going out. I've become uncomfortable with putting my foot outside of the door. And that isn't normal. That isn't normal for humans to not want to go outside. It makes me uncomfortable because I have to walk, because I have to go places. And of course the comfort of my home is everything's close, everything's here. I don't even go out to do groceries. I buy everything online. I order everything online. Now I do have theories as to why this is, and the first one is the size of the city. Just the city of Moscow is extraordinarily big.
Actual intellectual values. For example, I get a ton of comments still to this day, even though I've shown my diploma.
He hides it in a glove in the kitchen. Producers walk in and they're trying to look for...
Now there is this brand. It's also a Russian brand. It's called Too Mood. There you go. I bought the darkest shade that I liked. And then if I enjoy it, I may buy some other ones, or maybe this one will be enough for me. I'm really going crazy about red lipsticks. You see, it looks really nice. Ooh. Oh my lord. Look at this. It's metallic. It's actually... Isn't it beautiful? The colour is exquisite. No, it's divine, and the texture... Oh, I love it. This is the number 001 red carpet, and it's divine.
И покачиваешься. Чувствуешь точку вдоха. И ее так запоминаешь. Вот куда я дышу.
I'm waiting for
I'm back with the things that I ordered, with my really big order. I just came back home. I had to walk all the way home with it. And oh my god, it's really heavy. First, I've got a few paintings. Oh, and they're so adorable. Okay. Aren't they really adorable and cute? I paid for everything myself. I didn't receive any PR packages. It's nothing of the sort. Let's just take everything out. I'm going to start with something I already have. The scrubs. I'm completely in love with these scrubs. These two specifically for the body. This I use on my feet. But they smell so nice. I could literally eat them. And here we go. This is the scrub. And this is the balm. This is an enzyme powder. This is the enzyme powder. The way it looks. Scalp peel. It's blow drying primer. This is the leave-in conditioner. This, I think, is the eye patches. These pretty little box. This is a hair mask. It's a Pro Collagen hair mask. This is a face cleansing oil. It's a body care kit. Let's see. That's nice. So we've got a hand cream, and we actually have another hand cream, which was a gift. So we've got 2 hand creams. I love it. Lemon foot cream. Whipped body cream, pear crush. It's already twice as big. This is glorious. I think this is supposed to be a wine-smelling body salt scrub, and this one is a more fresh scrub. Finally, this is the big box. This is a present that I got from the brand that everyone gets when they make an order that's, I think, above 50 euros or something like that. So, ta-da! This is a partnership between this brand and like a therapy platform like BetterHelp, but it's Russian. So we've got dark chocolate, we've got coffee, we've got tea. That's nice. Then we've got little protein bar, wafers. It's really cute. Okay, so that's going to be 2 body creams in this order. This is like cocoa, for hot cocoa. This is a scented candle. This is what it looks like, and it smells really good. It smells. That was all I have in my order. She's looking at me like, you ordered all of this. Hello again, darling. Welcome back to the review. Let's take a look at all the things I did. Let's take a look at where I am compared to last year or compared to the beginning of the year. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the wheel of life that I've made. Now, if you remember, at the beginning of the year, I had picked 4 categories that I wanted to work on. The first one being growth and learning, which was at a 2. I wanted to get it to a 3. Money and finances, career and work, and health and fitness were all at a 2 as well, and I wanted to get them to a 4. In July, we took a look at it, and back then nothing really changed apart from the health and fitness, which I got to a 3. I worked with all of these different doctors to get my health to be better. Thankfully it is better, but I don't think that between then and now it has changed, so I'm leaving it at a 3. Career and work, the fact that I left the company, I thought a lot about all the things that I wanted to do. Although I have a little bit of clarity, I don't think I have reached any major goals yet. This is why I'm going to leave it at a 2. I'll put it at a 2.5 because the clarity is quite good. When it comes to money and finances, I'm going to put it at a 2.5 because my savings didn't diminish. I didn't grow them, but they didn't diminish. So All of the things that were at a 3 we're going to keep at a 3 for now. When it comes to growth and learning, I also don't think I have grown that much. I will leave it at a 2. No changes. And that's fine, that's okay. Family and friends was at a 3 for me. We've gone through so much. My family has gone through so much this year. In the past 3 years actually, but this year I think was the nail in the coffin. That gave me a lot to think about. That gave many family members a lot to think about. We have become closer, and I've become closer to some other family members. I'm actually a bit closer to my mum now. We were always quite close, but there were things that, you know, issues that we had. And in the past maybe month or 2 months, I do feel like I've become closer to my mum. In the past 3 months or so, I feel like I've become closer to my sister. It's all over, it's really great. So I'm going to put a 4. An unexpected improvement in my family life. Partners in love, this also is quite unexpected. There have been improvements, so I'm going to put it at a 4 as well. I think environment and home also has a bit of an improvement. I will put it at a 3.5. It's not really a big improvement. I have learned to create more coziness and hominess. That's something I did before, but I feel like I want to do it even more. Fun and recreation, I haven't been doing a lot of fun and recreational things, except the travel that we just had, the trip that we just had to France, in which I had a lot of fun. I saw my friends, I saw my family, but I'm still going to put it at a 3 because I think there is a lot, so much I can do to create more fun. Spirituality, I'm going to also keep at a 3. Now that we've discussed this, I want to talk to you a bit more openly about the changes that I've noticed. There are so many other things that don't come to mind right away and that I had to think about. And first, I became more confident in general in life. I became more self-aware, but also more confident. I stopped justifying myself and apologizing for being in places, in spaces, in areas that I used to think I didn't belong to, even if I, you know, maybe did belong in that place. I realized that some people that you mystify, some people that you put on a pedestal, they are just people, and very often they also put you on a pedestal and you don't realize it, and they think you are so much more than you think you are. As previously mentioned in the halfway point, I talked about my value and discovering that, well, my value doesn't really depend on so many of the things I thought it depended on, and then this has continued to grow and it's now transpiring through my life. And you know, I continue every day to realize and to learn that yes, my value is inherent and it's intrinsic, and it doesn't depend on how pretty, how thin, how clever and smart or intelligent I am. It doesn't depend on, you know, how polite I am. My value doesn't depend on how right or correct I am. That it's okay, I can be wrong, and that doesn't make me less valuable. That doesn't make my worth diminish. And along with that, I have become more comfortable with being misunderstood, with being disliked or being wrong, because this was something that made me feel extremely uncomfortable, that somebody would misunderstand me, or that, even worse, that I was actually wrong. So I'm wrong and then the person knows I'm wrong and then they dislike me, or maybe I'm right and they misunderstood me and they dislike me. It was unbearable for me to be disliked. The next thing, which is extremely important to me, is I reconnected with my body. And there's 3 elements to that. The first element is that I have reconnected with my femininity. I no longer see my femininity as a threat or as something dangerous. I no longer think that it is something that I need to perform for others. I know that it is inherent in me. I know that no matter what happens, I am feminine. I still will be feminine, even if I have no hair, even if I lose all of the weight and all of the curves and everything. I know that that's not going to change the fact that I am feminine. But along with that, I began to reconnect with my sensuality. I began to reconnect with my self-care, and these are the two other elements. I now take care of my body. Now I look at my body, and maybe not everything is perfect. I don't feed it perfectly. I don't have the best sleep, but I try to take care of it. The final thing, which I think is probably one of the most important, okay? Everything is important, but this is one of the most important, is I feel more comfortable expressing love. I feel more comfortable expressing, and I mean deep love. I feel more comfortable expressing vulnerability, and I feel more comfortable expressing need and want and desire when it comes to the people that I care for the most. So many positive changes have happened. Have I lost weight and fat and blah, blah, blah? No, I haven't, okay? I haven't. Is my ED completely healed? Am I recovered? No, not quite yet. So the biggest thing that this experiment has given me is the ability to do little things. It's the ability to do something today, and maybe I won't do it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and I can get back to it next week, and I can see these results compounding, and I really love this. So to answer the question, will there be a next season? Yes, there will be a next season. I'm really excited for it. I will try to make it a bit different, and I'll try to make it a bit more exciting to you. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much for this magical year that you have given me as my community. I really hope you enjoyed every moment with me, and I really hope you'll continue to watch my channel, that you'll continue to watch this series, but that you'll also watch my other series, because if you aren't, what are you doing? Also, if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Tell me what were the biggest changes for you this year. I really, really, truly hope that you will join the community by subscribing if you haven't already. And I think that's all I have to say for today. I adore being with you guys. I adore reading your comments. And yes, I think that's it. Bye.